Alright, I'm gonna be playing the White Mamba episode from Metal Gear Solid 5. Punished Venom Snake.
Capture the White Mamba, the child soldier's commander,
You know,
and bring him back to Mother Base.
I don't particularly care for the opening credits for every single mission. And like some people have pointed out, they kind of spoil what happens in it. Like, you go in, like, oh, featuring the skulls. Oh, so I guess I'm gonna be fighting those guys this time. This one, not so much. Just let you know it's the child soldiers and the White Mamba.
Be careful down there, boss.
Normally, I go with a loadout that includes both lethal and non-lethal weapons. But since it's the child soldiers this go around, I went with all non-lethal. And I'm gonna go out and say it, D-Dog is probably the best buddy.
Good.
Give him a little pet right there. Because of this, he can sense where the enemies are and they show up on your screen. As long as they stay within his sensing field, I guess he's using his sniffer. Quiet can also detect enemies, but only the ones that she's directly looking at will pop up like this. And D-Horse really just used to get around, but once you start getting vehicles, he kind of, becomes obsolete.
Good.
D-Walker's okay. Probably the least useful, I want to say, because most of the time I hardly ever use D-Walker. Of course, D-Dog is also useful for that.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I don't have to worry about it. I just knock him out, and then D-Dog will Fulton him. And of course, I'm using the wormholes instead of the balloons to guarantee that they will be extracted. Yeah, I know the wormholes are, it's kind of iffy whether they are canon or not, but really, who cares about that stuff, right? Everybody cares.
You gotta extract him.
Oh dear. Gotcha. All right. I love the rain effects in this game. Where are you standing?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
All right. I do really enjoy this game. It's not perfect, but it's still a great game.
You gotta extract him.
I like all of the new ways that you can use stealth. The different tactics you can use when infiltrating bases. The open world is fine. I think it's actually a little too open, a little too big. I would have probably preferred maybe like instead of just 2 zones, well 3 if you count Mother Base, and instead of just the 2 that you have to run around in, maybe 4 or 5 that are about half the size, maybe even less than that. You know, still with some options on how to infiltrate areas.
Your target, the White Mamba, showed up in this village out of the blue and took command of the child soldiers. The surrounding villages have been victims
you know,
of their raids
because
and
you spend a
brutality
lot
ever
of
since.
time walking
They
around in
distract
this
their
game.
commander. Those kids will have no choice but to stand down. Should wrap up the whole situation.
Oh.
They're still kids. You can't kill any one of them, including the commander.
Don't you think you should have told me that when I was attacking the others? I mean, I've already taken out like 8 kids, and you're like now saying, oh, make sure you don't kill them. Yeah, way to go, Kaz. I kind of had a little bit of a problem with the way they did Kaz in this one. I feel Snake should have been the one out for revenge more. You know, kind of leading him down the darker path that would really show him developing Outer Heaven.
Roger that.
I also would have preferred to actually be developing Outer Heaven instead of Mother Base, some offshore facility. I mean, we have Africa in the game, and that's where Outer Heaven is supposed to be. Just think it's a missed opportunity to really, you know, have the base development. Try and get this guy. He had a helmet on. One thing I'd say about the weather effects, I really like them, but I think they're too short. Like the cycle is just too short. My favorite thing in Sons of Liberty was the tanker scene, and not just because that's when you play as Snake. It was the rain. The rain effects were great. I love the rain in real life and movies and games. I could just sit and relax. Most people think this would be a terrible day, a gloomy day, but this is my kind of day. Did you get both of them? All right. There's some more diamonds around here somewhere.
You gotta extract him.
There they are. You going ahead and getting the prisoner? Good. I didn't have to tell you to do that one. Lots of diamonds just laying around here.
Okay, subject is in.
Oh. That was a little too close to me. The weather is clearing. Already it's clearing. Oh. Supposed to be a sleep grenade. Ah. Now the gas will knock out me and D-Dog. So you gotta be careful. Yeah, wait for the smoke to clear. Yep, smoke hadn't cleared yet. That's okay. D-Dog needed a nap. I am going to go ahead and extract all of the child soldiers.
He's coming too. Roger that.
It'll give me a lot more hero points. I'm actually trying to up my heroic score. I don't know if you can tell, but I am full on Demon Snake. I have been for a while. Helmet? Can't tell. Keep going that way, maybe. He'll probably fall asleep soon. Another guy going that way. Go ahead and go get him, D. You gonna go?
Extract.
Alright. Now the buddy system, I really like the buddy system, but it had some potential that I feel was untapped. Because some games, like, I feel, you know, they have, I'm going to start over that. Basically, Peace Walker had a co-op mode where you could play the story missions with friends, up to 4 people. On the PSP, you could do that. This game came out on all of the current and at the time next-gen consoles and did not have co-op. And the closest thing we have is the FOBs. You know, you can play against each other on those, and of course the Metal Gear Online, which is pretty much just player versus player. But it would have been nice to use the buddy system to like drop in on someone's game, so you can have 2 people and you can communicate kind of like you can in online, you know, give directions and things, you know, kind of like this.
Extract him.
Yes, I'm gonna extract him, Kaz. I've only been collecting every single child that's come across my path. Mark? I don't remember having a marker. Alright. I do like how some of these areas were designed. Oh, as my timer. I'll have to continue this into another part. So I'll see you guys shortly.